17 injuries because of a stuck gas pedal. Now, why would you say that? You see, I don't think it's fair to keep people in the dark. I said that to say this. You and I have a greater responsibility upon our life. For you and I have come to the knowledge of the light of Jesus Christ. Church, you and I have the only answer that can set people free. We have the true gem and the treasure of life that can change somebody's eternity. Satan works overtime to keep people in the dark. He does not want them to know there is joy, there is peace, there is forgiveness, there is light, there is another life that this devil does not want people to know about. No, Satan wants to keep everybody in the dark. He loves for people to think, well, one day when you die, you can come back as a chicken. Or one day when you die, you can come back as a giraffe. You can come back as a butterfly. Who would want to believe you could come back as a lion or a bear? Friend, that's a bunch of hogwash out of hell. The devil loves to keep people in the dark. The devil, he wants people, he loves it when people believe in purgatory. You know, that they say there's a place in the middle of the earth. It's a place in the middle to purify you in the process of your death. That's hogwash. The devil loves it when people buy into that stuff. Well, the devil loves for people to think there's not a hell. Friend, I've got to tell you today, there's a place called heaven, but there is a place called hell. The rich man died, and he went to hell. And the rich man said, please send Lazarus to come and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. The devil has got millions of people in the dark this morning concerning a real hell. Some people actually believe, well, when I die, I'm just going to go to hell, and we're going to enjoy having a lot of beers and a lot of football. That's Tommy rot. Don't believe it. That's a lie. I mean, the devil's a liar. No, hell's a real place. But then he's got some believing that living the Christian life is way too hard. You can't do it. Guess what? You're right. You can't. But I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Yes, I can. You see, I can do all things because I am what I am by the grace of God. Friend, don't cheapen the work of the cross. God didn't say you could live for Him because of all your might and all your power. Can I tell you today that I can live for Him because I realize I cannot save myself. I cannot save myself without the cross. I need the work at the cross. I need the work of redemption. I need His mercy. I need His grace. I need His forgiveness. I need everything that He has afforded to every human being. For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son. By the way, there is no other name under heaven given among men whereby people can be saved. How sad one day it will be at the judgment bar. There will be people at the judgment bar one day that will say, how could I have been so foolish? How could I have been so stubborn? How could I have been so bent on having it my way? How could I have been so arrogant, so conceited? There will be those that will stand before Him face to face. How could I have been so prideful, so big-headed, so condescending, so resistant to a holy God that reached way down to pick me up out of that old horrible pit of sin? One day, people will come to the realization that they have been in the dark. I'm here to tell you today, you don't have to live in the dark. There was an elderly man years ago, sort of lived back like the Beverly Hillbillies. He had never been to the big city. And he decides to take him and his family to the big city. And they drove in, found a parking place, went to one of the biggest skyscrapers, walked into that big foyer. And all of a sudden, to his big amazement, he sees an elderly woman standing at those silver doors. He's wondering, what's this about? He pushes a button, light turns on. He stands in amazement. Never saw anything like this before. The silver doors open. The elderly woman walks in. The doors, and the doors close. He's amazed. Wonder what the silver box is all about. In about 10 seconds, the doors open again. Doc, the most beautiful blonde with blue eyes, walks out. His eyes, he's amazed. Why have I waited so long to come to the big city? Jerry grabs his boy. Son, go get Mama. Run. We're going to put her through the silver doors. Now, how many of you wish it was that easy? I got to tell you, there's no such transformation time where we can go through the silver doors and have an all brand new set of black hair, get all fixed up. You know, there is no such thing, but I can tell you on the other hand, there's a God that can do something greater and bigger than what happens on the outside of your life and my body and my physical. You see, God can come on the inside of your life, and He turns it around, and He says, by the way, I stand at the door, and I knock. And if any man will open the door, I will come into him, and he will sup with me, and I will sup with him. Friend, there is a God in heaven today that can turn your life all around. He says, old things will pass away, and behold, all things will become brand new. He says, I can save anybody, anywhere, anytime, any place. That's the kind of God that we serve today, that can turn all of your darkness into His marvelous, marvelous life. God can change anybody today that is in darkness. Now let me congratulate you that have walked with us in this last 21 days. I don't know, but if I were guessing, over half of this church has been on this